just for a minute. Close your eyes for a second.
Hi Posh Fam, I reckon I'm a bit tardy for the party with the commentary of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So episode 11 aired a couple weeks back and I haven't, not a couple weeks, couple days back, and I haven't been able to have the opportunity to run through the commentary from that episode. Now, before I get ahead of myself, I'd like to say thank you so much for subscribing. Yes, those of my fans who have stuck by me, I want to say thank you. A big shout out to you, and keep sharing the channel with your friends. Get them to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe. We need to grow this channel, guys. With that being said, let's get into the not so huge talking point that was the last episode of this Beverly Hills housewife. As you know, the ladies are still in Augusta. Sutton, obviously, in the last episode, went over to, I don't know, I would say time travel. She time traveled to do some trauma healing for herself. And Reba, her mom, you know, gave us a few not so welcoming moments. I guess I would say she was sort of taken aback by the fact that there were TV cameras there, even though I'm pretty sure she would have been notified of her daughter's arrival. And now in this particular episode, Sutton is still on about, you know, all of the moments that has shaped her life. And I think one of those moments was the dad's passing. I don't want to go into details because, again, I don't know what YouTube would allow me to talk about. And again, it was a very personal, tragic, you know, passing for her when it comes to her, or how she took the dad's passing. And she took the girls to her, should I say, childhood home and childhood place, and gave a vivid description of how life was like. Her favorite thing to do with her dad, and you know, she got emotional, and I hope that particular visit had done what it needed to do, and that was to heal her and help her pivot, you know, and move forward from her past. She did have a sit down with her mom, and I guess she needed her mom to say I love you all the time, and the mom just like rightly said, frankly, honestly said, in my time, when I grew up, that wasn't something that was the conversation of. We don't get to hear from our parents that we're loved or that were pretty or stuff like that. And so I have lived with that. I have survived with that. And the fact that I'm not telling you or showing you doesn't mean that I don't feel it. It's just not the way I was brought up. And I guess we have to understand that, again, there's 2 generations, 2 centuries apart here. And in those times, these things were not something that mattered for parents then, you know, to their children. I guess in this coming of age, women who, you know, are embracing their emotional side, I don't know, gentle parenting, soft parenting, however we'll call it, things have changed. And I guess Sutton wants more from her mom, and the mom can only give what she can give. And I am actually surprised because the mom is a psychologist by trade, and I'm not sure how she's not leaning on to her training or her career path or her career choice to raise her kids. But again, I'm not judging here. I'm just, you know, picking up all of these points that I have noticed or picked up on. I think Garcelle tried in one way to have a conversation with Reba. Reba pretty much shut her down to say, this is none of your business, you know, it's a family matter. And I think I would agree here. Maybe Garcelle was trying to hide, you know, she's overprotective of Sutton, so I can understand where she was coming from. However, she should have not engaged in this particular line of conversation at all. Well, safe to say, the trip to Augusta was successful. She did get hopefully she got her mom to attend her event that will be coming up. She has this fashion line. I'm not sure how special it is, but there's something about this particular fashion line that she is going to be showcasing. I'm sure before this particular season ends, we'll see this particular line. And I think the mom, even though she's not a fan of flying, she will make an effort to honor her daughter's invitation. Good on this too, and I'm glad they have found a way to resolve all of the memories or trauma that has plagued the mother-daughter relationship. Now we're going to go to the ladies in LA, and that is Bozoma, Erica, and Dorit. They did have a sit down, but before then, Bozoma took us out with Kinley. You know, they had a date. And I think she also had a chat with her daughter. I think here she wanted to tell her daughter that she's met a guy and what does the daughter think about having kids. And the daughter is all for it. Good on maturity, good on openness of conversation, good on should I say allowing your daughter to have a voice. And I think the daughter is like, I've come to the point where I am now a different person. We are close, but our closeness has deviated a bit, and so it's time for you to find your own happiness outside of me, which is a good thing, big, heavy. But then we see the girls having lunch of sorts, and this is where the show sort of ended, or it ended with Kaale catching up with her sister Kaale. But I want to talk about this, and this is the fact that Dorit has sort of flip-flopped. Okay, last episode we saw Dorit complaining about the fact that she feels PK and her will be headed for divorce, given all the conversation that they've been having behind the scenes, and it's been toxic. And the girl sort of gave her advice, to kickstart the process to be on the offensive rather than the defensive, so she benefits. Apparently, she got to speak with PK, and PK has changed tunes. He's now leaning on friendship. And so apparently she feels she now knows PK. I think the girls were shocked and they were surprised. They were trying to tell her this might be a game because PK might have heard through the grapevine that you are planning something, and so he's coming, to pacify you in order to yank the rope from underneath your feet. Dorit, however, feels otherwise. And you know what? And this is why it's so hard when people are riding around women who are going through divorces. They don't want to step in or say things that will be out of place, or that will seem that they are pushing this particular person to do what they don't really want to do. It's ultimately Dorit's decision. However this falls, it's her choice, it's her decision. She'll be the one to go through it at the end of the day. So Erica and Bozoma, in my opinion, should just take a step back and let this play out the way it's meant to play out. This woman talks through her behind half the time. So we'll see how it goes. Again, we're back to maybe this particular separation is for storyline. I don't know. And I guess a lot of this is going to come into play in this particular next episode, episode 12, because I think Garcelle did charge at Bozoma or question Bozoma's constant, should I say, rallying or speaking for Dorit, which we have seen all season. And I think someone needed to call it because it's starting to look really, really desperate, which I know Bozoma doesn't come off as that. She comes off as very independent and strong. Why she's leaning towards or all too much on Dorit for storyline to enhance the storyline, it's very skewed to me. Now, what do you guys think? Come on in the comment section and share your views. I hope you guys stay safe. Remember, you are deserving. Until the next episode, this is going to be quite short. Thank you and bye.